My dear friends, have you noticed subtle changes in your aging loved one? Things you brush off as just getting older? What if those changes were actually quiet warnings from the body, signs that the final chapter of life is beginning? In this video, we reveal the 5 powerful signs that an elderly person may be in their last year, and why recognizing them early could be the most important thing you ever do for someone you love. Stay until the end, because what you learn today could help you give comfort, dignity, and peace when it matters most. In this comprehensive guide, we explore 5 powerful signs that an elderly person may be entering the final year of life. Each of these signs tells a story, not of fear, but of transition. A story that, if understood with love and compassion, can empower families to walk alongside their loved ones with grace, dignity, and purpose. Let's begin this journey with open hearts and an unwavering commitment to honor those who raised us, loved us, and shaped who we are. 1. Unexplained and significant weight loss. The first and often most overlooked sign is unintentional weight loss. It's easy to brush off looser clothes, a fading appetite, or reduced food portions as simply getting older. But beneath the surface, the body is often sending an urgent message. As people age, it is normal to experience some reduction in appetite and changes in metabolism. However, when weight loss becomes noticeable, when belts need tightening, clothes hang loosely, or bones become more pronounced, this could be an indication that the body is struggling on a deeper level. Muscle wasting is one of the clearest markers of decline. It doesn't just affect strength and mobility, it affects immunity, healing, and overall vitality. The digestive system may slow down. Protein may not be absorbed efficiently. The person may lose the energy to chew or swallow. Food, once a source of joy, becomes a chore. It's important for families to avoid placing blame or pressure. Forcing food may not help. Instead, focus on small, frequent, nutrient-rich meals that are easy to digest. Offer hydration and emotional support. Above all, listen, not just to what they say, but to what their body is trying to communicate. This is not a time to panic, but a time to prepare, a time to recognize the transition and respond with love. 2. Persistent fatigue and physical weakness. There's tired and then there's fatigue that cuts to the bone. One of the most common signs that someone may be approaching their final year is a deep, unshakable exhaustion. This is not a tiredness that sleep can fix. It's the kind of fatigue that makes simple movements, getting out of bed, walking a few steps, speaking, feel like mountains to climb. As the organs begin to slow down, the body instinctively conserves energy. Blood circulation weakens. Oxygen delivery to muscles diminishes, and the once effortless act of walking across the room now feels insurmountable. This decline is more than physical, it's emotional. Loved ones may feel ashamed or frustrated that they can no longer do what they once did. They may begin to isolate themselves, choosing rest over conversation, silence over participation. But here's where families can step in. Not to push, but to support. Encourage moments of stillness. Replace tasks with togetherness. Help them feel safe, not inadequate. The body is not giving up, it's preparing. And what it needs most in this moment is comfort, patience, and understanding. 3. Cognitive changes and emotional withdrawal. There is perhaps no more heart-wrenching sign than watching a loved one mentally drift away. Cognitive confusion can begin subtly. a forgotten name here, a repeated question there. Over time, it can escalate into disorientation, mood swings, and emotional detachment. Conversations become harder to follow. Familiar faces seem unfamiliar. Days blur into each other. This is not forgetfulness. It is the brain, like the rest of the body, beginning to shut down. Circulation slows and the brain receives less oxygen. Chemical imbalances increase. The person may experience moments of clarity followed by deep confusion. They may retreat emotionally, spending more time in silence, less time engaging. They may appear indifferent, not because they no longer care, but because their mind is fading in and out of connection. What can families do? Be present. Be gentle. Don't demand interaction. Offer it. Hold their hand. Play their favorite song. Sit beside them in silence if that's what brings peace. Your presence, even when words fail, carries more power than you realize. The mind may falter, but love remains. Let that be the language you speak. 4. Frequent illness and slow healing. The human body is a miraculous machine, but even the strongest immune system weakens with time. In the final year of life, many elderly individuals begin to experience frequent infections. UTIs, respiratory illnesses, skin infections. Wounds take longer to heal. Bruises appear more easily. Antibiotics become less effective. Hospital visits may increase. Why? Because the immune system is no longer able to respond robustly. White blood cell production declines, circulation slows. The body can no longer fight with the strength it once had. Infections may not present in typical ways. Rather than fever or pain, symptoms might include increased confusion, lethargy, or loss of appetite. Families must learn to watch for these subtler signs. This is not the time for aggressive treatment unless it truly improves quality of life. Comfort becomes the priority. Hydration, skin care, clean surroundings, and emotional reassurance. The goal shifts from cure to care, from fighting death to honoring life. That is where the dignity lies. 5. Changes in breathing and circulation. When the end draws near, the breath changes. You may notice irregular breathing, long pauses, or shallow breaths. Some people experience a pattern known as Shan-Stokes respiration, where breath comes rapidly and then stop for seconds. Others may breathe through their mouth more often or struggle for air even while resting. Circulation declines. Hands and feet may feel cold. Skin may become pale, bluish, or blotchy. This happens because the heart is redirecting blood to the vital organs, away from the extremities. These signs are often the most unsettling for families. Watching a loved one struggle to breathe or seeing their body grow cold can stir panic and helplessness. But notice, these signs are not pain. They are part of a natural process, and you can ease their journey. Create a calm, cool room, offer sips of water, use pillows to keep them comfortable. In some cases, medications or oxygen therapy may help. But more than anything, be there. Hold their hand, speak gently, offer comfort, not cures. This is the time to say everything that matters. To whisper, I love you. To assure them they are not alone. Final reflections, turning fear into purpose. Watching someone we love slowly fade is never easy. It's a journey filled with sorrow, confusion, and moments of aching helplessness. But it's also a sacred journey. One that gives us the chance to show up fully, to love deeply, and to honor a life well lived. These 5 signs, weight loss, fatigue, cognitive decline, infections, and breathing changes, are not signals of despair. They are invitations to prepare, to shift focus from trying to fix what cannot be fixed to embracing what still can be cherished. This is the time to say the unspoken words, record their story, hold their hands, laugh, cry, remember, forgive and be forgiven. Death is not the opposite of life. It is a part of it. And when we choose to face it with grace, we transform fear into peace and pain into purpose. If you are walking this path with someone you love, you are not alone. Take heart, take time, and take each moment as the priceless gift that it is. Because in the end, the greatest medicine is love